Good day, viewers. Welcome to Afris Concept TV, your number one reliable channel where you get updated and enlightened on what is happening around you. I appreciate you for the time spent while watching and viewing our channel. So if you are new on this channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button as well as the bell button to get updated whenever I drop any video. News update. Nigerians do not deserve Goodluck Jonathan. 2014 was a year where many things changed in Nigeria, but the highlight of that year was when the sitting president, Goodluck Jonathan, was voted out from the office of the president. After the opposition party at that time, it gave us billions of reasons why he should be voted out, citing that he lacked the capacity of governing the country, that there was corruption at all levels of his government. With the slogan change, the propaganda was set up with the opposition using all the events against the former president. It was only a matter of time before the populace were brainwashed that their candidate was the preferable option. And after 5 years, we are still suffering for the decision we made at the polls. The day we voted the current president, we went to step backward. Despite the increasing abuse and defamation of his name, he did not abuse his power. During his reign, there were protests against the government about the fuel subsidy, where thousands of people came out. There were mostly of the opposition party. There was no threat to life and properties. People were even dancing around while protesting. It was more of a fanfare than a protest, because the president knew the essence of the rule of law and the basic human rights that should be enjoyed a citizen. But fast towards to the revolution, now protests, where the current president, President Muhammadu BUHARI, with the help of DSS, forcefully arrested and detained the convener of revolution, now Omoyele Sowore, and refused to realize him despite court orders. He also refused to release him as well. Omoyele Sowore was one of Goodluck Jonathan's biggest critics and was in front line for removal of Jonathan from the office using his online newspaper to cause the damage, but Jonathan never arrested him. Jonathan's government was remarkable in producing landmarks innovation. It was his government that introduced BVN in the banking system to check multiple accounts systems and also to checkmate fraudulence, and also the single treasury account, which made sure that all the government agencies have a singular account of remittances, thereby cutting corruptions in the government agencies where multiple accounts were used to siphon money by head of government agencies into their personal use. The introduction of IPPIS was also a master stroke to eradicate the use of ghost workers in the ministry and make sure that civil servants were paid the right monies entitled to them. President Goodluck Jonathan fought corruption electronically rather than using the weapon of assault and rascality, which is currently exhibited by the present government, President Goodluck Jonathan. The reaction of Almajiri schools in the north and federal universities in all the states that did not have initially goes to show that the president was always thinking of the national growth of the country, but we never appreciated what he had until we finally lost him, and we are left with a government failing on its promises every day. And the former president warned us when he said, "I am the most abused and insulted president in the world. But when I leave office, you will all remember me for the total freedom you enjoyed under my government." Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news. Jonathan is a good man. Jonathan is for all. If they like, let them build schools or transport, army, police, navy, and even NPA in the north. The schools will remain empty because they have built them for the people of the south to attend, while they will send the herdsmen to go into school and kill every single northerners. Like I said earlier, that Jonathan is touched out. Viewers, what is your opinion on this? What would you have to say concerning the news that you just heard? Who do you prefer, Jonathan or President Muhammadu Buhari's regime? I feel like crying now because we have really made a huge mistake. It was God that sent to people of Nigeria, but our greed and hatred for President Goodluck Jonathan then caused all this for us, and it is what we are reaping as a nation today. If we had known, we wouldn't have voted for President Muhammadu Buhari. That is what a lot of people are saying right now. Had I known. To God be the glory. I know we will soon be out of this crisis that President Muhammadu Buhari has deposited in our country. If you have any comment, kindly drop your comment below, as well as clicking on the subscription button to receive more updates whenever I drop any video. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.